Hi everyone, my name is Leanne and today I'm going to be telling you about my February TBR, but this month things are a little bit different because I got Instagram to choose my TBR. If you are new to this channel, I make videos about books on the regs, so if that's something that interests you, do hit the subscribe button down below. All of the books that I mentioned will be linked down below in the description as well if you want to find out more about them. But what I decided to do with my February TBR, I wanted to be a bit more creative with some of my TBRs this year, and I thought a cute little thing to do would be to get my Instagram followers to choose my TBR. So I put up a bunch of polls on my Instagram story. I only did 4 because I figured like at that point engagement would start to drop off, and it did. People got bored of like voting in these polls. I think if I was to do it again, I would maybe do like one poll like every few days so people like don't get bored of it so much. If you do want to follow me on Instagram, it is linked down below in the description alongside all of my other social media, my Twitter and my Goodreads. But without further ado, let's get into the books. So the first book I wanted to be chosen was a big book. I'm often very reluctant to read big books. I do enjoy a concise novel. But 2 big ones on my TBR were The Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zusak and White Teeth by Zadie Smith. And White Teeth won with 61% versus 39%. So Bridge of Clay can go back on the shelf. White Teeth is a book I've been meaning to get to for ages, and it has kind of intimidated me because of the size and because it's such like a highly praised book. I've been a little bit worried that I'm not going to enjoy it as much as everyone else. I think this is a book about 3 families, 3 generations of that family, all from different cultures. It's a really highly acclaimed book, and I think this is actually a book that is studied in schools now, so I think it's one that I can really get into and put my analytical brain on a little bit with. Next up to choose was a romance book, so the 2 I got my followers to choose from was The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman and Here's Looking at You by Mari McFarlane. Coincidentally, the same percentages. This one got 61% and this one was 39%. So this can go back on the shelf and I'm going to read this one. It was different people that voted for those particular books. Like it wasn't just people like just picking the left option so my story moved on. Like it was different people that picked those percentages even though they're the same. This is about a woman named Nina who is quite content with her life, but things go through a lot of turbulence when she finds out about the father she never knew and all of the siblings she had. Her father has died and now she has this big family that she never even knew about it. On top of that, she is in like a trivia team, and one of the guys from her rival trivia team starts showing some romantic interest in her. I've been really getting into like some cozy romance fiction, and I think this one's going to be really great. Next up, I asked a Shakespeare retelling to be chosen. I have Hag-Seed by Margaret Atwood and The Gap of Time by Jeanette Winterson. These are both part of the Hogarth Shakespeare series, which are like contemporary retellings of Shakespeare plays. This was the closest contested poll, with Margaret Atwood coming out on top at 57% versus 43%. And I'm actually kind of happy about that because this is based on The Tempest and this is based on Winter's Tale, and I've read The Tempest but I haven't read The Winter's Tale yet, and I feel like I would have wanted to go and read the play first before I got to reading The Gap of Time. So I actually am glad that Hag-Seed was the one that was chosen. I don't know much about this other than I think it's about a production of The Tempest being put on, and it's quite meta in that way. I read a few Margaret Atwood books, so I'm excited to read another one as well. And finally, it was time to choose a non-fiction book, and the 2 options were Sunny Side Up by Susan Cowman and We Are Never Meeting in Real Life by Samantha Irby. Samantha Irby got 67% while Susan Cowman got 33%. So this is going to be the one that I'm reading. Another one that was kind of like in thirds and 2/3. I do think the cat on the cover of this one may have been a factor in people's decision. This is a collection of really powerful and funny essays. Samantha Irby's writing has been really highly recommended to me, so I'm excited to read this one. So there we have it. This is the TBR that Instagram chose for me. Do let me know if you thought this was a fun way to do TBRs, if you think I should do it again. Do let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. I'd love to share thoughts down below in the comments. And also, if you've read the books that weren't chosen, do leave me a comment down below as well and let me know what you thought of them, because I am going to get to reading them eventually. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well and I will talk to you in my next video.